Ahoy there, all ye people out there in TV land, or I don't know, no fucking pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean talk like that. Hello, all you people out there in TV land. My name is CB Studios, once again hit the mic, also known as Kurt, and it's my final video of 2022. Holy shit. May not actually be my final video, I might do a little wrap-up video, but this is my final video of 2022. This channel's really started off well for 2022. And as you can probably tell by the piratey jewelry and the Pirates of the Caribbean shirt, we are stepping back into the world of Pirates of the Caribbean with something really, really fun. Something requested, actually. This one goes out to Al Barati, XXX Gothman XXX on the YouTubes. Al and I have been talking for many, many years. We're very, very good friends. We send each other a bunch of fun stuff. But Al really enjoyed my Jack Sparrow cosplay breakdown video. Wordy title. One of the things that Al really, really wanted to see in closer detail was one of Jack's effects. What effect is that? That is Captain Jack Sparrow's Flintlock from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Now, I'm going to zoom in just in a second and give you a good look at this and go over some of the details and how I built this replica, as this is not something that's available off the shelf. It is, however, one of the most important pieces from the first Pirates of the Caribbean films. It is Jack's pistol with one shot, and this is an antique style single shot flintlock pistol. So let's take a look. If you watch the behind-the-scenes videos on Pirates of the Caribbean 2 DVD, there's a section called Jack Sparrow from Head to Toe, and they go into detail about where this flintlock, Jack's flintlock, originally was found. And it is an antique flintlock made in London in the 1700s, and the Kentucky flintlock is fairly similar. So what I've done with this one is a lot of modification. Originally, this had a brass end on the barrel end here. You can see just a slight change in timber just on the end, where I've replaced that to get a slightly more accurate look to the stock. The original barrel that comes on here is a hexagonal barrel the whole way down, and I actually took this off and hand filed it down to get the round to hexagonal that Jack's has. It has got the engraving in the top of the barrel, although there's a lot of the patina has worn off on that. So I'll show you some close-up pieces. There is a thumb plate on Jack's flintlock here that I did out of an old engraving plaque back when I worked as a shoe repairer and hand engraved the detail onto that. The biggest changes that this pistol has gone through are actually a lot of hardware changes. This trigger guard here is not the original one. The original one that comes on this pistol is brass. This is off a George Washington flintlock, and that really matched the floral look and the ornate look, as well as the silver look that Jack's flintlock has. So that's probably the hardest part to modify, as you do need an entire separate gun. But a couple of hallmarks of Jack's pistol is he's got this quite ornate, grotesque butt cap on the stock, right there, and has this really decorative floral inlay on the sides. Now, if you're in the States, you can get a lot of gunsmithing parts. You can get kits to do these sort of flintlocks, these sort of pistols. The exact end cap still exists, and you can get them, and they're really nice. I don't know how I'm going to go shipping anything to do with a gun into this country. I found this one already in the country. So what I did was I took a plastic pirate flintlock toy and made some molds. The Pirates 2 and 3 merchandising went bonkers for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, especially Jack Sparrow. Everybody wanted to be Jack Sparrow. A company called Zizzle, Z-I-Z-Z-E-L, or if you're American, you can say it the other way. They brought out replicas or role-play toys of a lot of Jack's gear. One of the things that they did was Jack's flintlock. Yeah, basically a full-size flintlock. Now, I don't have the Zizzle one, but they were really, really popular, and somebody already had the molds. And so a bunch of companies have created these straight out of the original Zizzle molds. Some slight tooling differences and different screw placements, but they basically made role-play pirate flintlocks. Really cool. Very, very cheap. These have been available in Australia since I started cosplaying as Captain Jack way back in the very end of 2010. I started putting this costume together. So they're still available, and you know what? They're pretty accurate. They're pretty close. You're missing some detail on the side plate here, but with the seams filled in and a paint job, these look really, really good. And the most important thing is, they're really close to the right size. A lot of the detail matches. So, what did I do? I took a mold of this really nice ornate side plate that's actually pretty accurate, and I modified it. And I made it a little bit thicker, and then I cast this side plate in pewter and attached it to my flintlock. That's simple. That's simple. It was a bit of trial and error, and it took a lot of work, but this is actually a proper metal piece. It's not inlaid, it's a raised plate that's bolted onto the side, but it looks pretty much exactly as Jack's should. The easier part was doing the butt cap. If you unscrew these pistols, these plastic pistols, this entire butt cap comes out, and I just molded that and cast that as a solid block of pewter. Once I'd faced off the stock and carved out a little bit of a nook for it to sit into, this one sits in flawlessly, and it looks really, really nice. The reason I chose to do pewter instead of something brighter like silver or get it plated or anything like that is it was cheap and it was easy for me to do at home. I didn't have to pay much to do it. It was very, very straightforward. I actually used some low melt alloys that you can get from Barnes products here in Australia. My first foray into that, and they will polish up to a really nice bright silver finish should you wish, but I don't. I want it to look aged and weathered and used. The other thing that I've done is I've darkened the stock quite considerably. It's got a lot of wear, especially in the right wear points, as it's just a fun thing to pick up and hold. And I'm sure you're wondering as well, if I've gone to this effort of getting a Jack Sparrow flintlock, will it do its thing? Yeah, it does. Won't fire, obviously. None of the barrel is bored past about here, and it doesn't connect to your pan and fizzen there. So there's no way that you can fire anything with that, but it does do the realistic clicky bit. It's a really, really nice piece. Once I got my metal sword, I knew I had to do a proper flintlock, an accurate flintlock. And then that spurned on the, I want to do really nice proper leather belts, and I want to do really nice proper fabric pieces, and I want to get all the accurate in it, and then I want to do the proper compass, and we remember the compass talking. There's videos down if you want to see the compass. So that's very, very much my Jack Sparrow flintlock. It is a lovely piece of kit. It really, really makes this a wonderful addition to my costume. Gives a lot of authenticity. You can't fake wood finishing and wood grain and metal finishing like that. It just has such a particular look. And because these are already designed as a little bit of an antique pistol, they look really, really convincing when they're done up and weathered and aged and used, and any like paint scrapes and weathering and nicks and dings. It just adds to the story that this prop tells. That's about all from me today, guys. I'll throw you some beauty shots at the end of this. If you enjoyed this, absolutely give me a like, give me a subscribe. We're so very, very, very close to the end of the year, so it would be a really nice way to celebrate, don't you think? Thank you very, very much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this Captain Jack Sparrow flintlock. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. And until next time, guys, this shot was not meant for you.